Ready?
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Whoa, sit down. I got to go
Hey,
sit down.
welcome.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome to the Coco Taste.
Welcome.
And with today's topic, one thing is for sure, we didn't drink yet. Not a drop.
You don't know what's in my cup.
Okay.
Oh.
So
That's a good thing about these copper things.
yeah,
You can't see what's in it.
exactly.
No. Yeah.
So tell them, what's it about now?
It's about alcohol. Alcohol.
Alcohol. Yeah.
And that's alcohol. So
the only state-sponsored demon in any country in the West.
and the only
never
one
goes down, never ever gets what do you call it? Gets more and more expensive than you can afford.
No, it's not hit by inflation for some reason. Everything else is. That's odd. Nobody thought about that. How come? And then somebody said the other, yes, it did go up a little bit. I haven't checked, but you know,
but
it
not
doesn't
compared
seem
to
like
other things. Man.
No, everything else in the supermarket, whatever, popped.
Yeah.
Well, alcohol, that was because, why was it we decided to talk about that? That's different reason. It's Friday. Friday is a day for many people to celebrate and drink or find a reason to finally weekend.
Yeah.
Let's drink. Which is also a stupid program, but that's another thing. Okay.
We got to the weekend. Let's be weakened.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's also, if you really think about it, like imagine landing on this planet and then looking at the population thinking, okay, so they work all really hard and they long for that weekend and then they go use a lot of money, spend a lot of money on alcohol
on poison,
and they're totally wasted and tired next day and grumpy with their partner or alone or the dog or the kids or whatever. And they do it again Saturday sometimes also. And some really starts Thursday, right? Mini Friday.
Yeah, mini Friday.
And that's 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. Drinking. And then again, you fly up and look at it and just look at it. And the first thing you would think was, you must really have a miserable life.
Yeah.
Since you need too long to poison yourself.
Yeah.
To be able to manage to go back to work on Monday. It's just really crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. And that said, we came up with the topic today. First of all, it's Friday. It's
Women's Day.
Women's Day is a day for celebration for some people. You have a celebration, another reason to get together with your girls and have some wine and cocktails and so on. And I might sound a little annoyed or whatever, but I am, because I've realized, of course, everybody knows that alcohol is poison, right? I mean, most people must know that. And even though they find all kinds of excuses, it's not really the alcohol, it's the sugar. They also put it in, or it's the mixture with the soda and so on. Yes, that's true. I have been a good drinker myself, not on every day, I'm never at home, but a champagne and wine, and I could drink a booze too and go out and party, and that's nothing. I took my more than fair share in this. I even used to make money off drinking and making, drinking harder than the guys. So I would win bets. But now I've decided to take a period with absolutely no alcohol. Not because I have a bad habit or drink too much or anything, but just to try to feel how it is to get even clearer. I find I'm quite clear already, even clearer. And to get the no, saying no. Thank you for something. No, thank you. I don't need it. Why should I?
Yeah, but, we talked about that actually. Also, the no in relations to meat and everything. Yeah.
The power of no, really. You always say, "Oh, put on your yes hat." It's very important, and it's important with a yes hat too. But it's also very good to be able to say no when you don't feel a clear yes inside. Just like when you being offered a beer or a glass of wine, unless it's like, hell yeah. Why do you say yes? We normally say yes out of gesture, programming, social expectancy, about saying yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, they're serving the best wine tonight. Oh, okay, thank you. You cannot say no to that. That's also a really crazy program. Anything that you're offered where you want to say, okay, just a sec, I need to get the puppy up here. It's begging me.
Yeah, I just
hello,
have to
say
get the
hello,
puppy
Kiki.
In. Hello. She was begging to be let in, and then I let her in, and then she just jumped out again. That's really annoying.
Okay.
Anyways, we're gonna make a tape of it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So yeah, so my point was, so today, here where I live, in Greece at the moment, I have some very nice women. I met some very nice women, became good friends, and yes, it's been social. We've been drinking like wine, and no. They like to drink their awful Aperol Spritz still, and it's fine. Campari soda. I don't. And you remind me, here in Greece, they pour alcohol like it's water. You don't have any but measurements. It's like a gin tonic. It's half a glass of gin, and the rest is tonic. It's like, this is strong stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, it drinks. Anyway, but she also knows that I'm really not interested in alcohol that much anymore, and I don't really, and I keep posting these videos where people talk about where it came from, alcohol, the spirit eating, this being or entity, and this is what happens. You get more and more disconnected. So bless you. So, and she rang my door, and she said, and we talked, and she said, oh, she was at a mutual girlfriend yesterday, and she had thought about bringing me, but she decided not to because there's too much drinking. And she said it like kind of that way. We had a really good time. I would like to have brought you, but you don't drink, And I know she didn't mean it like that. She meant she was actually trying to protect me against a situation where I wouldn't really be interested and I wouldn't really have fun. Because no, I'm not into that amount of drinking or the way. Not that they're like, but they can drink. They keep on drinking until there's nothing left. And then I had that strange feeling, like you already meet in general when you say no, thank you, especially in Denmark, for 2 glasses of wine, a beer. People are like, oh, like, are you an AA or something? Like, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, it always question why.
Yeah.
You don't want to drink. Why do you not want a glass of wine? Are you sick? Always like something's wrong with you, which is so crazy. And I think also this is why many pursue again say, yes, okay, I'll have a glass, or
it's also I realized that whenever my friends came over, I remember one time when now I seldom drink. But I remember one time when I had one of my very good friends come over, and my wife said, you should just. It's also been a long time since. And then he came over, and he had brought, of course, like 2 6-packs of beers and a bottle of gin and everything. And she just looked at me and she said, "Oh, damn, I just forgot. It's like that every time you guys meet." And I just looked at her and I was like, yeah, you're right. That's true. It's like this, we're always and we're always recreating like the first time we met, and you just talk about how smashed you got, and you just repeat an old meeting, and like the first time, like you get drunk talking about the first time you got drunk when it was really funny, when it was exceptional, and and that is such a waste of time. It's incredible.
It is.
And the other thing I just realized was that in a time where like we're moving towards a time when it's actually where there is much famine and stuff like that, and just to create the spirits actually that we have talked about before, you actually use up so much corn, for example, that you could nourish a whole, you could nourish a town on what you put into one bottle. So there is lots of aspects where it really it's like put into one bottle that is there to poison one person that probably won't have his best day the next day, right? Once you drink like 4 sips of that shit. So it's really it's a crazy habit we're into, and it's so socially accepted, and in some countries like Denmark, it's almost socially required.
It's not almost, it is.
Yeah.
You cannot go to anything anywhere where there's not alcohol on the table. Nowhere.
If it's a
and
celebration,
that's for lunch,
it requires alcohol. If it's
just going to people's house for lunch.
Yeah.
Not even a celebration or dinner. There's always wine and beer offering for sure.
Yeah.
And even for brunch, there'll be maybe mimosa. It depends what circles you're in, of course. a mimosa or whatever. The leftovers of champagne from the other day, put it in some juice, right? So it looks more legal. Hide it in the juice, in the juice, right?
Oh God.
So I would say it is a social norm in Denmark, and kids drink from start of the age of 12. You could buy alcohol. You see drunk people in the street. This is something I do not miss here in Greece. You will never. The only drunk people I ever see in the street here will be a tourist, because they're. It's just like Italy too. You will never catch a drunk Italian. Well, then if somebody is really bummed out because they're too proud. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not well seen. You know, you go home, you have one glass of wine, and some of them actually drink wine with water.
Yeah.
Right, ice cubes or water. They always thin it down. They're just not drunk in that way that we are up north. The drinking habit.
Yeah, but that's also because
And
you know the also the combo of the heat and the alcohol is like really a killer. I don't know.
yeah, sure, but it's not now. I mean, it's winter now. It's not that
Yeah.
hot, so of course you can drink more if you wanted to, but it's just not in the mentality.
Yeah.
It's not about getting drunk. I'm not saying they're not drunk, like dumped down or slowed down, but it's just not to be like rah rah rah, the screaming part, the wild part, the in the street with a bottle or a can of beer. You never see that.
No.
You just don't, and you don't see it rolling around the streets either, the empty ones, which is nice. So to get back to what is this crazy programming? What is it why there was I think it was a Danish politician that said way back, he said, never take the alcohol away from the population because they will wake up.
Yeah.
Right. And this is the whole plan. So I would encourage everybody to times and wonder, well, how would it be to take a week or two without alcohol? Not that you will feel that much effect, maybe. It depends how much you drink now. Or a month, just for fun, just experiment, just challenge yourself. A lot of people challenge themselves with diet or fitness, this and that. And challenge yourself and then take a week without a month. There's something, what is they call it, White January or something? What is it, where they don't drink in January in Denmark? That's become popular too now.
Okay. Never heard of that one.
Well, you stop drinking, take the January off without alcohol, you know. But everybody says, and then we look forward to February.
Yeah.
That's not the point. The point is, it's not like, you know,
wake up.
Again. It's like, oh, this is like the goal, the gift you get. This that alcohol. This Friday you get to drink, and it's just really, really, really deep. And I really wish that more people would kind of wake up and decide to, or not wake up, but decide to, okay, see what is behind this.
Yeah.
Why is it so deep?
Yeah.
Why is it everywhere? Why is it in every supermarket, every little kiosk and every little store? Why is there alcohol everywhere? Why do they have the commercials everywhere? Why is this allowed when it's poison? It is poison. What is the idea behind? And this should make more people question. Then there's the other side. I would say to live in live in Denmark, you have to drink alcohol to survive because it's so freaking depressing all winter long because there's no light. So I totally understand why the North drink like this. Swedes too. Norway, they do as well. Finland and so on. They're all, and it's a wild. I know I'm generalizing a lot, but I like to do that in extremes. Everybody's on happy pills and alcohol, right? Because there's no sunlight. So I kind of understand why you need to, like, if you don't want to kill yourself next day or every day, you will have to find a way to numb down the pain of this terrible way of living or surviving. It's a surviving thing. The winter is really about surviving.
But the funny thing is that it never helps, right? I mean, even let's say in the Christmas period, you know, when you have special beers and you get a free pass to actually drink, and it's the darkest month of the year. There are all the Christmas lunches and everything. And it's a cozy thing. Let's just make it about, you know, having a cozy time, a good time, hygge in the evening. So it's Christmas. Let's get in the spirit. Listen to some Christmas music and have some beers and some glück, you know, this hot wine and stuff. But the funny thing is, next morning it's still just as dark, and you got a hangover. so it doesn't make it better.
It does, because people drink again.
Yeah,
you know, I think Denmark, I don't remember the numbers for the, you know, people that really are alcoholic. It's called lifestyle alcoholic, where it doesn't seem obvious. You're not like sitting on the bench and peed your pants, but you actually have the same amount. You drink the same way. It's just hidden behind a nice outfit and an okay job. It's highly functional alcoholics, it's called. And we have a lot of that going on because people go home every day after work with their partner or alone, and let's have a glass of wine. And they quickly actually have half a bottle or full bottle. Because then they take the rest of the bottle in front of the TV, blah, 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 blah. And that's just really too much. And this is why we have these recommendations from our sick department, health department, that says, I don't remember what it is, how many drinks you can have a week as a male and how many as a woman.
But also I mean, I never got that part because they love to cash in on the taxes from the alcohol. They never lower the price. They love for people to drink. And at the same time, then, hey, let's put on top of that, let's put on some, health shaming.
There's some stress. Yeah, of course, because this is the point. Because that stresses people if they start trying to count and, oh no, now I'm over, now I'm under. Because people will drink anyways. That's just why if you made it illegal, people will still drink. It's not going to change that because they need, and now I'm going to say it very harsh, they have a shitty life.
Yeah.
Period. If you need to drink many times a week, it's not just Denmark. Of course, you have a shitty life. You're trying to escape your life by poisoning yourself, and you will kill yourself, but it's going to take a long time and it's going to be nasty. So it's a really stupid way. You might as well take a gun, to make it, get it over with. Because all the side effects, all the diseases people then get when they get, oh my God, and the families. So many kids are growing up in families that are just messed up due to alcohol. Just that. And they repeat the pattern often, or they break it. One will break it, the rest will, just copy the alcohol. Of course, that's what you see. You see that's how the grown-up deal with their problems. Fine, that's how we deal with problems, of course. And it does help. You do forget. You get a little more like, la, la, la. Yeah, sure. And it does help your nervous system. I do sometimes. I used to, if I really was up in a corner or got really angry, because I'm a passionate person. I don't call it temperament. I'm passionate. So if there's something that really triggers me, I get ready to charge. And sometimes I would say, okay, I'll take I like tequila. I'll take a shot of tequila too. And of course I can feel it physically. My nerves, calms down. Yeah. And then but that's when I call it medicine. This is not for drinking or getting drunk or getting stupid. This is as medicine. And then it works. Just like the monks had the Fenebranca and the Metaxa, the different things that are made of herbs that were meant as medicine.
Yeah.
Sure, that works, of course, and alcohol does clean this and that, and but I'm really upset actually, and I wouldn't say angry because it doesn't help, but as I go on everyday life and I look around, I see how many people are drinking, how many are messing up slowly, how many are ruining their physical body, state of mind, the families. The way that they get, the disappointment in the kids because the parents don't bless you. You're in Denmark. It's cold there, what?
Yeah, it is. It
is. Yeah.
Maybe I should get a shot.
Maybe you should. They have some really good ones. There's some kind of flu, I think, a cold one, long ones, also for the lungs. Yeah, you can get on many different. Maybe I think that would help. Let's try that. An experiment. Come on, Sammy. Yeah.
Anyways, let's finish on a good note because I remember you saying before that, actually we should focus on trying to find something to replace it. And you were talking about
switch it up. Yeah. Okay. So like in New York, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In New York, especially, or probably other places, it's become a trend to make open bars that are non-alcoholic. They find really nice, funny names. They have bartenders that used to be both alcoholic and good shakers that now really found there's aficionada about making cool drinks without alcohol. And they have, this is my little dream. That's actually an American guy in Denmark that has a very nice bar. And I tried to make him understand, let's make CBD drinks, put the cannabis oil without the THC in the drinks. Because what they know, and of course I see it on myself too, one, the people still get the buzz. That's with alcohol though. But if you take there's two sides. One could be with alcohol, of course, but with the CBD. First, you drink less. Secondly, you get the buzz, but there's never any violence because people become mellow.
Yeah.
Then you could make drinks,
less of a hangover also, right?
Oh yeah. No hangover. No hangover.
Mm.
I mean, because, and why is that? Because, as some people may ask, you say that there's so much negative energy in alcohol. Yes, there is.
Mm.
But CBD helps your body process everything,
Yeah.
speeds up the tempo.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
process the negative. You don't avoid it, but you process it. I never have hangovers when I remember to take the CBD, and I usually take an extra dose just before bed. And there's nothing. I mean, I may
Yeah.
be a little blah blah blah, but there's nothing like what it usually or what it is
Yeah.
normally, you know.
Yeah.
And also another reminder when people go, yeah, but alcohol's not that bad. Like, come on, people always find excuses. People always find people to be codependent.
Mm.
Oh, come on, have a drink. You know,
Yeah.
they do it. This is also why many let their kids drink in early age and even give them 6-packs when they go out for partying, because you're actually making them codependent. It's a way of making it legal and okay what you do, right?
Yeah.
And I always told my kids that, I told them, listen, when they became that age of the partying and drinking, and I said, okay, listen, I do not think it's cool that you drink before you whatever 21, when the brain cells stopped, the development. One, or is it 16? Two, I know you're going to do it anyway. It's fine. And but I will never give you money or alcohol going out the door. And no, you cannot go up in the top shelf in the bar to take anything.
Yeah.
But you do what you want to do. Just know that I do not, support this. And then I said that the last thing I would say, when you get too sick or some of your friends get too sick, you guys call me. I'll pick you up with a bucket to puke in and a lot of coke to pull out the poison. And I will not call anybody's parents until you slept it out and feel fine. So this way, I kind of told them, even though you live in a country where it's very acknowledged to drink, I don't support it, but you will do it. And this actually had that positive effect. We should talk about that they do not drink very much, like their friends. It's quite interesting.
Nice.
Because I didn't make them codependent on my lifestyle. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
That's it for now.
Stop drinking. Get off the alcohol. Do something else. Find
something fun to do instead.
Invent something.
Yeah.
Invent a new thing. Come on. Who's going to be the next one to invent something new?
Yeah, bring some and put some comments on this one.
Yes,
actually,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
invent
yes,
something
yes,
new.
yes.
Put some
Yes,
comments in
yes,
there,
yes.
and let's make a part 2 of this one about the comments. That would be really fun. That would be fun.
It would, for sure.
All right.
For sure.
We'll see you on the next one.
Subscribe.
Yeah, share, like, comment.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep spreading the love.
Mwah.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.